As the new administration of U.S. President Donald Trump continues to change policy in the Middle East, it can be hard to keep track of what's happening. Joining us today is Dr. Ephraim Kam, a senior researcher at the Israel Institute for National Security Studies, to keep us on track. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you, too.
All right, so let's begin with the Palestinian issue. President Trump's aides have recently publicized a suspension of talks with the PA until there is actually a meeting between Trump and Netanyahu. Now, what do you think the Palestinian authorities, how do you think the Palestinian authorities are going to respond to that? What are they thinking in response to that move?
I'm quite sure the Palestinians are very much disturbed and concerned about the new administration in the U.S. Their feeling is that he's not going to take the same track like his predecessor, like President Obama. They are afraid that he's going to give much more credit to Israel, and he's not going to play the same game that Obama played, which was in their favor. They want a different kind of game. I'm not sure that they're going to be mistaken. I think that sometime in the future, Trump will understand that he has to give something to the Palestinians. But at this moment, their feeling is that he's giving all the credit to the Netanyahu government and not to the Palestinians.
Now, there's another country in the Middle East that is also deeply concerned about American policy, and that would be Iran, which you are very much an expert on. Now, Trump has just introduced renewed sanctions against Iran following the testing of ballistic missiles, and Iran has already made threats to strike if there's any further pressure. What do you think the outcome will be of this move?
First of all, the Iranians are also very much concerned about the new administration in Washington. Their feeling is that he is playing a different game with different cards compared to the former one, that he is willing to exert much more pressure on Iran, and he is going to make sure that Iran will not continue with this former policy that they have conducted until now. Their feeling is that he is going to be much tougher than Obama was, that he is not looking for some kind of rapprochement with Iran. He's going to impose pressure on Iran in various fields with regard to the nuclear issue, with regard to the ballistic missiles, and with regard to their use of terrorism.
Now, do you think that the Trump administration is going about this issue in the right way right now?
He has no experience, and I don't know what is the right. I think he's doing one thing much better than Obama did. He is not playing the same game. He's playing a different game, and Iranians are concerned. I think it's good that the Iranians will be concerned about the American administration. They were not concerned about Obama. They are now much concerned about Trump.
Now, we're seeing more and more threats coming from Iran, not only towards the United States, but to Israel more specifically. Should Israel be concerned about the threat that Iran poses?
Israel is concerned. It's not a matter of should be concerned, it is concerned. From the Israeli viewpoint, most of the experts in Israel are saying or suggesting that Iran is the number one threat for Israel. But
do you think Israel is more or less concerned than before?
Maybe less, because Obama is playing a different game, and because Obama is willing to exert pressures on Iran. So I think
you mean Trump?
Trump, I mean, of course. For Israel, it is much better. How much he's going to do it in the future, we have to wait and see.
Right. Well, the White House is now reporting, and I want to turn to a different issue that is also related to the White House, but, settlements probably aren't helping towards a two-state solution. That is a statement that came out from the White House on Thursday. Now, many people claim that this is a White House in some way opposing Israel's expansion of settlements in the West Bank. Do you think there is an actual shift that we're seeing in how the U.S. views and how the Trump administration views settlement expansion?
Depends who you are, because some Israelis, especially those who belong to the right-wing parties, believe that this is the right time to build new settlements in the West Bank, because the Trump administration will accept it. I'm not sure about that. And last week he gave a hint that he's not going to accept it. But some Israelis believe that he's going to do that, to accept the fact that Israel has the right to expand the territories in the West Bank under its control.
Is this in the best interest of Israel to be doing that right now?
They're trying Trump. They don't understand what is the limit of his willingness to cooperate with Israel on the Palestinian issue. We don't know. For the time being, I'm not sure that he knows. He's trying, so we have to wait and see until he learns as a job, until he understands what are the limitations, what are the pros and cons, and I think we should be better equipped to give a good answer sometime in the future.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you,
And
too.
we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Correctly.